Hey friends, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, I'm Jasan. I'm a first-time mom sharing my experiences with motherhood, sharing tips, tricks, and the knowledge I've accumulated since becoming a new mom with the intention of helping other first-time parents out there. In this video, I will share with you how to get baby to sleep through the night without feeding. The majority of the information provided in this video will apply to babies 6 months and older, and the steps are effective if there is consistency. So if you are a parent looking forward to getting back to full night's rest, then this video is for you and you should keep on watching. So the first 2 steps you will need to take is you will need to talk to your healthcare provider. They will help you figure out if your baby is ready to start sleeping through the night. This will depend on a few factors including your baby's weight, your baby's development, and how much your baby is eating throughout the day. The second thing you want to do is you want to follow your baby's cues. Your baby will start to eat less at night when they're ready to start sleeping longer, as well as when they wake up to eat, they'll want to stay up and play. What we did once we noticed our baby was starting to eat less during the night was once he woke up, we would go in and we would try to pat him back to sleep 3 times before we feed him. And sometimes he would go back to sleep for up to 3 hours before eating. If baby is consuming the proper amount of calories during the day, then they should be able to sleep throughout the night, as babies 6 months and older are capable of sleeping for 8 to 12 hours at a time. Babies 6 months and older should be consuming a maximum of 32 ounces within every 24 hours. If you are a breastfeeding mom, it is recommended that you breastfeed on demand. This way you are certain your baby is getting enough to eat to allow them to be able to sleep throughout the night. On feeding on demand, you will also learn your baby's feeding times. Next, you will need to create a sleep schedule for your baby. For infants 4 to 12 months, they will require 12 to 16 hours of sleep. For toddlers 1 to 2 years old, 11 to 14 hours. And for children 3 to 5 years old, 10 to 13 hours of sleep every day. Knowing this information, you can go ahead and create a sleep schedule that works for you and your baby. My son is now 6 months old and he has started sleeping throughout the night. Every night I put him to bed at 8:30 p.m. and he'll wake up in the morning at 6 a.m. to feed. Once he is fed, he will then go back to sleep until 8:30 in the morning. This gives me a total of 11 and a half hours, which tells me that he will need another 3 to 4.5 hours throughout the day. So I've created a sleep schedule based on that. He gets 3 1-hour naps, 1 hour from 10 to 11 in the morning, another hour from 1 to 2 in the afternoon, and his last nap at 4 to 5 in the evening. Both naps in the morning and in the afternoon, he's up for 2 hours in between. In the evening, he's up for 3.5 hours before bedtime. Following the sleep schedule is one of the most important tips throughout this entire video, and that is to start a routine. You will need a bedtime routine as well as a naptime routine, and the two should be very similar. Having a routine will help your baby to recognize when it's time to sleep. For my son, his bedtime routine, he always gets a bath, then he'll get his bottle, I'll burp him, I'll read him a book, and then I'll put him in his crib. I turn the lights out, turn the white noise on, and that's it. I leave the room and he goes to sleep. During the day, for his nap time, there's only 2 differences. I do not read him a story before every nap, nor do I give him a bath. However, I still close all the curtains, I do turn off the light, I turn the white noise on, and I put him in his bed and he goes to sleep. Starting a routine is one of those things you can do the day you bring your newborn home from the hospital. And you can start this by helping your baby to flip their internal clocks. Babies do get their days and their nights mixed up. And a few ways you can help your baby to recognize the difference between day and night is you can reduce noise and lighting when it's time for sleep. So whether it be nap time or bedtime, you want to turn the noise down, you want to close the curtains and turn out the lights. During the day, you'll want to do the opposite. So you'll want to open the curtains and you want to do things as you would normally around the house. When baby wakes up at night to feed, you'll want to refrain from turning the bright light on. Also, while changing baby's diaper, if you must wash the baby, it is probably best that you use a wipe warmer. Wipes do get cold, and the bright light and the cold wipes could wake your baby up, causing them to think it's time to be awake. I did sleep train my son using the cried out method, which I will share with you guys in another video. But that was also a part of our routine. Your baby will get used to the routine, and you will notice changes in their sleep pattern if there is no consistency. Which brings me to my next point. Allow your baby to self-soothe. Babies need to learn to connect their sleep cycles. So the next time your baby wakes up after putting them to bed, instead of going in the minute they make a sound and cuddling them, give it a few minutes. They do sometimes go back to sleep on their own. And the last tip I have for you here is to ensure that you are separating your baby's play area from where your baby would sleep. For example, your baby sleeps in their crib. Do not allow your baby to play in the crib, as your baby will associate the play area with playing and the sleep area with sleeping. So if they're playing where they sleep, they might want to stay up and play when it's time to sleep. Apply these 5 steps and to be consistent, and you will be well on your way to getting back to your full night's rest. And not only for you, when baby is getting adequate amount of sleep, they too will be well rested and in a better mood for the following day. Not to mention, when baby is getting the appropriate amount of sleep, this will maximize their brain's development. Let me know down in the comment section if these tips work for you. Like the video if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.